And now we're going to move to the next part of our program, which is of our Outstanding Teacher Award presentations. Mr. Chris Baldridge, the Executive Director of our foundation, is here, and he will be assisted by Mrs. Marion Alexander, our Vice President of the foundation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Knight. And a big welcome, and also congratulations to those retiring teachers. So, first of all, thank everyone for their flexibility, and as those in education know, nothing goes as planned. So thank you all for coming and finding the time tonight. We have 3 outstanding teachers to award to today, as well as another special tribute to another wonderful teacher. We had about 50 applicants put in for Teacher of the Year, so we narrowed it down, we did some visitations, and we are proud to announce our Teachers of the Year, as you can see in your program, for this year. When I call your name, you can come on up. I'll tell a story about you and then present you with our plaque, also our candy, and every teacher also gets $1,000 for them to spend in their classroom. Plus, Dr. Knight, and Dr. Knight has an award as well, too. Our first Teacher of the Year is Miss Vicki Daniels. Oh, there we are. Miss Vicki Daniels is the true definition of an outstanding teacher. For over 30 years, Miss Daniels has passionately devoted herself to educating students in the Harrisburg School District. She has drive and passion she brings in and out of the classroom every day. She not only challenges her students to learn, but she also provides them hands-on experiences to promote semi-independence. She serves as a learning support teacher at Ben Franklin, the Explore Program Site Director, advisor for Delta Sigma Theta, Dr. Betty Shabas Delta Academy for Young Women, and the coordinator of the annual Boys to Men and Tea Party at Ben Franklin. And she also has a life in addition to that. One of her most important things we found out about her was there was a 4th grade student at Ben Franklin who was trying to apply to Marshall Math Science Academy, and due to family situations was not able to make it for the interview, and there were some issues. She, on her own, worked with the parents, the guidance counselor, got that student to the interview, to the process, and got that student into Math Marshall. So that's above and beyond. As I mentioned, she hosts the annual Boys to Men and Tea Party, and there she teaches boys how to dress up, socialize, and interact and become fine young gentlemen. The students take pride in these annual events, and it highlights their talent outside of the classroom. She is truly a constant reminder of what a passionate teacher is, and does not consider it her job, but her passion. Happy to introduce Miss Vicki Daniels, Elementary Teacher of the Year.
I'd like to thank God for all of his blessings. I would like to thank my parents and my family for teaching me morals, courage, and love, and for keeping me in prayer. Thank you, Mommy. I would like thank my friends for your support whenever I said, it's tea party time, and I need shoes, I need clothes, because I try to make sure that every kid had something, a gift, or could dress appropriately for the tea party. Thank you, friends, for coming to my aid. I want to thank all of the parents for trusting me to love their children unconditionally and take care of them. I want to thank you for trusting that I would give them the best education that they could get so that they could live a safe, well life. Thank you to all the parents. Administration, I want to thank you because I know sometimes I get on your nerves with my crazy ideas. And I say, I want to do this. And you're saying, but you know you got to do some other things. Thank you for supporting me, even though I always put the kids first. Sometimes I didn't always put the paperwork first, but in my heart, it was children first. I try never to go to bed angry and wake up the next day and tell the kids, you know what you were doing yesterday, because chances are they forgot anyway. They don't remember what they did the day before because they're children and they're learning how to grow. I just try to teach to be there in their lives, go to their football games, basketball games, whatever, and try to teach them just to be humble, loving, have courage, have all of the good things that they need. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, school board, and goodbye.
In addition to now becoming the outstanding teacher, this award also has other kind of obligations with it. You are now officially also a member of Teacher Leadership Academy, which means that you will also be going to the Model Schools Conference June 24th through 27th in Orlando. Here to welcome you to the Academy is one of our representatives, Ms. Michelle Felton.
Hello, I'm Michelle Felton. I'm a member of Teacher Leadership Academy and a member of the Teacher Leadership Academy Steering Committee. We have been 5 years strong so far. Welcome, and on behalf of my other TLA Steering Committee members that are here, we are very happy to share the workload with you now.
All right, and also I just want to say one little note about Miss Daniels. I was in her room observing one day, and I'm like, ooh, it's hot up here. And she's like, hold on. Within 5 minutes, it was freezing. And she just kept going on, jackets off. So that's a true professional. Just keep going through the weather. Our next teacher is our middle school teacher of the year, Miss Kere Washington from Roland Academy. So as a teacher, Kere creates a classroom environment that leads to student engagement and learning. She's quick to smile, encourage, and guide students in the right direction. As a leader, Kere has participated in Teacher Leadership Academy, helped edit the Aspire math curriculum, and create quality assessments. On multiple occasions, Kere coordinated, participated in, and delivered district-wide professional development centered around Eureka Math, in which she is a certified trainer. Kere's results speak for themselves. Her students continue to show accelerated PVAS growth year after year. Her thoughtful planning, sense of teamwork, leadership, and compassion is one that we shall follow in our efforts to develop our leaders tomorrow. With that being said, Kere does not seek the limelight. She goes above and beyond what is required to do as teachers. She's created an environment of wonder, excitement, and security for her students. Her students are eager to enter her classroom each day knowing that they will be constantly greeted by a teacher who is loving and inspiring. She is truly one of her school's leaders, also the district expert in Eureka Math, and I heard her talking earlier. Yet again this summer, she's going to yet another training for math. She's also the 5th grade team leader and is the heart and soul of her team. In fall of 2013, Kere organized yet another event, the Girls on the Run program. So she, along with other volunteers, stayed after school to help a 10-week program to inspire girls to define their lives, make new friends, build confidence, and celebrate all that makes them unique. Kere skillfully balances the demands of being a wife and a mother with the commitment needed to be an outstanding educator. And to sum up Kere, we have a quote here from Maya Angelou's poem, Phenomenon Woman, that reads, "I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud." We're very proud of all that you've done and wish you the best of luck. Congratulations, Kere Washington, Middle School Teacher of the Year.
Now, Ms. Forrester is going to have me crying up here, so I'd like to take a moment and thank the Harrisburg Public Schools Foundation for this honor and all their support in programming and initiatives throughout the district. I'm humbled and honored to join all the incredible educators who have won this award before me and along with me now. I've been truly blessed to work with so many amazing people over my 18 years here in the district. People I feel should be standing here in this spot. I couldn't be the teacher I am today without all of them, working with them, learning from them, such phenomenal educators. I've been blessed to keep the job I was hired for, which is the area I have passion for, 5th grade, math and science. As a female growing up, keeping pace with the boys in math and science wasn't always the easiest thing, so my goal really is to make those two subjects accessible to all the students that we teach. Just a couple weeks ago, a student said to me, "I never liked math before I met you," and that's like the highest compliment I could ever get. I'd like to thank my mom. She's here today, an educator herself. She's my role model. I grew up, following in her footsteps, knowing this would be my life's work. And from her and my father, I learned such a strong work ethic and the importance of serving humanity. I'd also like to thank my husband, Mark Davis, and that little guy, Evan, who's back there yelling. They share so much of me with so many others, and their support means so much. And finally, I'd like to thank all of our students and parents for their trust in us to continue this journey every day, for being open to try new things, testing their limits, and just, trusting us in where we're leading them. Thank you.
And Kere, you are already a member of Teacher Leadership Academy, so we welcome you officially to the steering committee now. And also, here is a little gift for you. Inside are your arrangements for the Model Schools Conference. Okay. Again, Michelle Felton would welcome you officially.
Welcome, and you've been a member of TLA since the very beginning, so you know what it's all about. I'm so looking forward to being your partner on the steering committee.
And our secondary Teacher of the Year is Colleen Forrester, instructional coach. So Colleen has been devoted more than 25 years of her life to students, parents, faculty, and administration of the Harrisburg School District. She began as a 9th grade English teacher at the Old Middle School. After trekking through the halls of Old Middle School, Colleen moved to William Penn campus, where the Votech High School and Middle School shared space. She was involved in chasing some ducks, I hear, out of the building, and make way for Duckling's Parade, I guess. In 2009, Colleen had another change. This time she would serve as both a 9th grade teacher and the lead teacher for the 9th grade team at John Harris. Then another detour, her assignment serving Roland Academy and the Harrisburg High School Sci-Tech Academy as a coaching position. She currently serves as the district's lead instructional coach. As that role, she helps develop instruction, handouts, and provides professional development sessions at the grade level, building, and district level. She supports classroom instruction by pushing into classrooms and conducting mini lessons with students while teachers observe. She videotapes teachers' instruction and supports teachers as they critique their lessons and identify best practices to improve and strengthen instructional delivery. Colleen analyzes students' achievement performances through unit assessment results and ensures that data is the focal point for instructional decisions. With her colleagues, she's earned their respect, and they know that when they're in need of support, Colleen will be there, willing to come in early and stay late. She is dedicated to making a difference in lives of those who she serves. She's married to Dwight Forrester for 27 years. She is the proud mother of 2 daughters, Mackenzie and Taylor, son Jake, and the very proud grandmother of granddaughters Nico and grandson Marcinio. She enjoys the beach, quiet times, and a video game called Diner Dash. So I've heard. Teaching and learning is a lifelong adventure for her. She has demonstrated her ability to get in the driver's seat, to get to the destination. She knows when to accelerate, when to slow down, turn, move over, or turn the wheel over to another driver. She truly is an outstanding secondary teacher. Congratulations to Mrs. Colleen Forrester.
First, let me begin by thanking Mr. Chris Baldridge and the board of the Harrisburg Public Schools Foundation, along with Dr. Knight, for this prestigious award. I'm humbled and honored by being among the ranks of those who won this today and in the past years. As I was thinking about what I wanted to say today, I was reminded of an article I recently shared with my colleagues at Roland entitled "Find Your Marigold" by Jennifer Gonzalez. The author's intended audience was new teachers, but it really applies to all of us here today. She describes a concept that experienced gardeners know all about. Therefore, it was something completely new to me because my gardening abilities are limited, to say the least. But it's a concept called companion planting. An example she gives is planting garlic near roses because it repels bugs and prevents fungal diseases. Who knew? She then goes on to describe something called the marigold effect. If you plant a marigold beside most any vegetable, that vegetable will grow big, strong, healthy, protected, and thriving alongside its marigold. That's pretty cool. The author encourages us to surround ourselves by people who act as marigolds in our lives. So as I was thinking about what I wanted to say, I thought of all the people I'm lucky enough to call my marigolds. My parents were my first ones. My dad would have been really proud to have seen me win this. He was a coal miner and a truck driver, and he worked hard to see all of us go to college. My husband of almost 30 years, Dwight, has been an amazing support and crucial to keeping my life, our garden, growing and thriving. And my children and grandchildren are my brightest flowers and have given me great joy and light. So I thank my family. Now, in that same article, the author warns that we should beware the walnut trees. Experienced gardeners know that planting vegetables anywhere near walnut trees will kill the vegetable. Walnut trees give off a toxic substance, so they should be avoided. I don't know about you, but I have encountered quite a few walnut trees in my life. They have been in the form of people and situations. Education is tough. I've been a teacher for close to 30 years, and I've seen marigolds become rather walnutty. It's been in those tough moments, through stressful times, that I've found some amazing marigolds. I thank Miss Donna Cheatham and Barbizon for being mentors to me and nominating me and imparting their strength and sense of humor, common sense, and passion for all things Harrisburg. And I thank my fellow instructional coaches, and especially Martha Ruggi, who's here, and Maureen Dunbar, who you just met, who's retiring after 35 years of dedicated service to this community. And a big thanks to my fellow recipient, Kere, Washington, and my colleagues and administrators, Mr. James Newton, all of whom work hard every single day to make a difference in the lives of our students and the lives of each other. Finally, to my students past and present, I want you to know how you've made me feel. You have been my marigolds, and I will continue to try to be a marigold for you. And I hope we can all remember that when life becomes toxic and we seem to be surrounded by negativity, let's find and appreciate our marigolds and remember to be one ourselves. And I thank you all very much for this award.
And Colleen, here is your gift as well. And also, you are also have been there from the beginning with Teacher Leadership Academy. So now we welcome you to the steering committee, and also inside you will find the information for the Model Schools Conference. We are very hopeful that you will find useful as you attend, and your official welcome from Ms. Felton.
Welcome. I'm so glad you're on the steering committee, and I just want to personally say thank you for all of the feedback and guidance that you have given me over the years, especially as my instructional coach. So I really appreciate you, and welcome.
As we bring up the next awardee, I'd just like to take a point of privilege and acknowledge Mr. Will Towson, who is the principal of Ben Franklin School. Would you please stand? Thank you for being here. And Mr. James Newton, principal of Rollins Academy. Thank you. And I think we have two board members who just joined us, Mr. Purcell Island and Mr. Brian Carter. If you can come forward to the front, we'd really appreciate it.
And also this time, I would like to ask my board members to stand up. We have many of you here. And I'm also going to ask one board member, particularly Mrs. Meg Burton, to come on up for yet another special award presentation.
Bob Steps, would you come forward, please? The first thing I want to say to all teachers who are here, past, present, and future. When I was still in the classroom, a friend of mine gave me a t-shirt. I have no idea where it is, but I can tell you what was on it. It said, "Those who can, teach. Those who can't, go into some less significant line of work." Think about that for a minute. Sometimes when I wore that shirt, some people got offended. But when you think about it, it doesn't matter how important someone is now. They started in the hands of a hardworking, caring teacher. Thank you to all of you who have been and still are teachers. And now, I want to say something special about Bob Steps. Bob came to teaching after a long career as an executive at IBM. He retired, and then I guess he decided he needed to have something else to do. He particularly enjoyed working with young people, so he went back to college, got his teaching credentials, and went to work as a student teacher, I think you said, in summer school in Chambersburg. Somehow he got wind of the fact that we were opening SciTech High, and we needed top-notch teachers. So Bob came for an interview. I'll never forget, Lisa Waller and I looked at each other when we saw what his background was and said, "Really?" But he was sitting out there and we interviewed him. First of all, we told him that we wanted him to teach physics to freshmen. Physics first, teaching physics to freshmen, was a new concept at the time. And Bob just quietly looked and smiled and said, "Okay, I can do that." And then we told him that we wanted him to work cooperatively as a part of a cross-curricular team within his grade. He would be doing his planning with the social studies people and the math teacher and the English teacher and the science teacher. And Bob, in so many words, said, "Yeah, I know about working cooperatively with groups. I can do that." And then we told him that we had plans to have top-notch technology as a part of teaching and learning in our new high school. And the smile got big. He almost said, "Bring it on." Not quite, but that's what we knew he was thinking. Well, one of the best things that we did, oh, and by the way, Shelley Felton was sitting there for an interview at the same time. One of the best things we did was hire Bob to teach freshman science, physics. We started in the basement of Roland, moved in. The only way we could do science labs was to move in a trailer. We barely got them furnished in time, and Bob spent the year referring to himself and our biology teacher as trailer trash. But we all knew that there was great science going on out there. He was the heart and soul of what was happening in science at SciTech High. Every kid started in Bob's classroom. He taught them that science is fun and interesting. One of the ways you knew it was August in downtown Harrisburg was that Bob's big black pickup truck would be in the alley next to the school, and he'd have the freshmen who were there for the bridge program pushing it and collecting data and then analyzing the data using their math skills. He built a robotics program, started with a club that meant after school and on weekends, built it into a program using dozens and dozens of kids, and he spread out all over the 4th floor of SciTech High. You should see that place right now. He took days and nights and weekends and vacations, working with the kids who were doing robotics, taking them to competitions, helping them win trophies. He also got us started on the Johns Hopkins engineering program. Not only did the kids give up 5 weeks of their summer beating their brains out doing a college-level engineering class, Bob spent that amount of time and more so. We're out of time? This man is wonderful, and I want his wife Jill to stand up and take a bow. She's here, and she shared him with us. Thank you.
All right, once again, can we have a big round of applause to our Teachers of the Year, and also a special round of applause for Bob Steps and all he's done. Best luck in retirement. There's refreshments outside. We encourage you to enjoy the video as you walk out and help yourself. And thank you once again for coming. And again, a big round of applause to all of our winners today. Thank you.